Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. Ciri, and I am back with yet another video for my Mommy and Me series. But really, what do I want to call this? From MD to Mommy, I guess. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Dr. Ciri. I am a physician, an internal medicine physician. I am not an OB, I'm not a lactation consultant or anything like that. So I put that out there because this video is all about how to get your milk supply up. And I felt the need to make this video because I was one of those people that had a hard time getting my supply to stay up because I was an exclusive pumper. I have a video all about exclusive pumping. It's basically where instead of feeding at the breast, you feed from a bottle after pumping. And doing it that way is a little less natural, so to speak. So if your baby isn't feeding at your breast on demand as often as they normally would, that can, you know, hurt your supply, so to speak. So I have some tips and tricks about things that I did to get my supply up. Now, again, I am not a lactation consultant. This is not medical advice. This is strictly me sharing with you what I personally did in order to make this happen. And I did it completely 100% natural. I didn't take any supplements. I didn't take any medications. I didn't, you know, do any of those things. It was strictly 1000% natural. I make about 8 4-ounce bottles per day. No, I'm sorry. I pump 8 times per day and I make 8 ounces per pump session. So I make over 2 liters a day because, yeah, 8 ounces every session. 8 times 8, that's 64 ounces. 34 ounces, 32 to 34 ounces is about 1 liter. So yeah, I make almost 2 liters a day. A little more, a little less, depending on the day, how long I pump for, etc., etc. We have a freezer full of milk. We have 1 deep freezer full of milk, and we have a second deep freezer that we bought around Christmas time to fill up with milk. So I make a lot of milk. So how did I do it? That is the $1 million question. How did I get to the point where I was able to stop supplementing with formula and I was able to give my daughter exclusively breast milk? So first off, it took me until she was 8 weeks, 7 to 8 weeks, before it was in September. She was born in July, and July 24th, and September 3rd was the first day that I did not have to supplement with formula, or the first day that I consistently didn't have to supplement with formula. Before she hit that time frame, that age in September, I was able to go, you know, maybe sometimes every other day without having to supplement with formula, or you know, something like that. But it was never, you know, just straight not having to supplement with formula. I would have to do it once or twice per day or every other day. Okay, so how did I do it? How did I get to the point where I make about 2 liters of milk per day? So the first tip that I have for you is hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. I personally drink about 3 to 4 liters of water per day, and I only drink water when it comes to beverages. I don't drink juice, I don't drink teas, I don't drink, well, I do have my chai tea latte from Starbucks every morning, but outside of that, I have water, 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 water. That means no pop, no juice boxes, alcohol, nothing, just water. Water, 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 and that morning chai tea latte. Water is what your body needs to make breast milk. Breast milk is in large part water itself. So if you're dehydrated, you're not going to make enough milk. Second tip that I have for you all, and it's what I did, I continued to take my prenatal vitamins. One with iron, prenatal vitamins with iron. Now, after you have a baby, whether it's vaginally or C-section, you lose a lot of blood, or enough blood to where your blood counts are usually not normal when you deliver a baby. That can also keep you from making enough milk. So if you take your iron pills, help to get your blood counts back up, take your prenatal vitamins, that will help you to produce milk. Number 3, you have to keep up with your calorie intake. You have to make sure you're eating a balanced diet. I noticed that if I would go a day where I only ate 1 meal a day, my supply would, or my production would fall off. Now, that was true earlier on. Later on in the process, I could go back to eating 1 or 2 meals a day and I'd be fine. But while I was getting my body to get used to making a lot of milk, I needed to make sure that I was eating more than 1 time per day, because your body needs those calories. For every 24 ounces that your body produces, that burns 500 calories. That's one of the reasons that we lose weight so fast when we're nursing, because it takes a lot of energy. The 4th thing that you want to make sure that you do is skin to skin with your baby. Skin to skin is very, very helpful when it comes to milk production. I noticed that on the days that I would fall asleep with my baby on my chest and she would just be there, and we'd just be snuggling most of the night or day, because we'd fall asleep in that position. Those days are days that I made more milk. My baby is about 5.5 months now, and we haven't done skin to skin in a long time, but I did do skin to skin daily, multiple times a day, for at least until I went back to work when she was 14 weeks. So probably for the first 12-13 weeks, we did skin to skin every single day, and that helped my milk production. The other natural way to get your milk production up is to trick your body. Demand your supply from your body. So I would, first off, I found myself in a predicament where, because I was exclusively pumping and had to take care of a baby at home by myself while my husband was at work, I would not pump as regularly as I could. And especially when the babies are very, very small, it's hard to get on a pumping schedule when you don't have help. And if the baby's hungry but you're due to pump and you have to feed them a bottle anyway, it just gets to be a lot. But as the baby gets older and their feeding times become more predictable, probably around the 2-month mark or so, it becomes easier to get on a pumping schedule to where you can pump frequently and demand your supply. So pump every 3 hours, every 2 hours if you can, and just while you're trying to get your supply up. So pumping frequently is a must to demand your supply. And then the other thing you can do, and this is what I did, because again, like I said, it's hard to get on an actual schedule. One of the things I did was power pump. And power pumping is basically where you pump for about a total of an hour. So I believe, and it's been a long time since I've had to power pump, but I believe you pump for about 30 minutes, you rest for 10 minutes, then you pump for 10 minutes, rest for 10 minutes, pump for 10 minutes, and so on and so forth until you get to a total of 60 minutes of pump time. And that will demand your body to make more milk. So that's what I did, and it really works. All of these things combined, I think, really helped me to get my supply up. And the last thing to know about getting your supply up and keeping it up is make sure you're pumping at least 120 minutes per day total. So that's your total pump time. Now for me, I pump about 20 minutes a session for 8 sessions. That puts me at 160 minutes of pump time per day. If I were to ever drastically stop pumping for that amount of time in a total day, my supply would likely drop. And so if you're someone who is working to get your supply up, make sure you're pumping at least 120 minutes a day. And once you do get your supply up, make sure that your total pump time in a 24-hour period doesn't change, so that you can maintain your supply. Those are all the tips and tricks I have for you. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, share this video with another mom who may need help getting her supply up and doesn't want to take any supplements. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.